I think definitely you have to want it. That passion that I have for the game, it's not for everybody. I mean, the game of basketball is important to me just because I was introduced to it at an early age, being that my brother played. So it was kind of always around my household, just kind of following him around and stuff like that. I just saw how competitive the game was, and I think that was my first reason to even start playing something, was just to compete against something and win. I fell in love with winning at an early age as well. Like I said, I just watched my brother play and saw how good he was, and then I just saw he was winning and bringing home trophies, and I just wanted to win at something. I just wanted a trophy. So whether it was playing basketball, running track, or whatever that was that main purpose. But then once I kind of knew that I kind of had some type of skill and ability to play basketball, that's when I wanted to work at actually being better, being a better basketball player, and then my love for the game grew tremendously. The mental challenge is definitely probably more than the physical challenge, just because you are away from your family. And with me, I'm raised in a single parent home. So just having my mom and my brother, that's all I have. And just being away from them was hard for me to adjust to, playing in 2 seasons. So being that I'm really family oriented, I like to be able to stay around them as much as possible, but they know what our job is and what it requires me to do is to travel and to be gone for holidays. Luckily, I was here to catch my brother's wedding, like yesterday. So just things like that means the world. Just to be able to do things that I love, but still also support my family. I think definitely you have to want it. That passion that I have for the game, it's not for everybody, really. Like, you start playing when you're 10, you're 11, and then some people just die off once they have to go to college. And then once you get to college, you can kind of separate yourself and see who's just doing it to kind of get through school and who's actually in love with the game. I mean, I eat, sleep, breathe basketball, and I remember like in college, everyone says like basketball is life type stuff, but Coach Staley really wanted us to have like ball is life, like that's all we thought about. But I was like, look, that's gonna drain us. By the time we're done with college, ball will not be life. But that's really her mentality, and I kind of have that same mentality where I would kind of be really obsessive over the fact that I just wanted to be better. I try to separate myself by putting in extra work all the time. It's just little things that need to separate yourself. But having that passion for the game, you can tell who actually loves the game of basketball on the court, because you let it speak for itself once you're out there. I went to a private school, so they didn't necessarily look at the private school as far as competitive, just because our team was just a lot better than the other private schools teams. So I wasn't a McDonald's All-American. I think I was a parade All-American coming out of high school. So I always had a chip on my shoulder to kind of just prove myself that I belonged. And then once I realized that I belonged and I didn't have to prove myself anymore, that's when I started to be able to just show my love and passion for the game. But just being able to overcome a lot of naysayers, a lot of injuries. I've had 4 or 5 surgeries, and I'm only 24 years old, and you can never tell. So that's just, takes a toll on saying, I'm never gonna quit. Like, regardless of situation, whatever situation I'm put in, I'm gonna make the most of it. I do have a tattoo that says Carpe Diem, which is seize the day. So that's basically really what I live my life. I'm seize the day, I'm gonna seize any opportunity that's given to me. So my love for basketball, all for love, that's all wrapped into that. I'm not really big on, praising myself in awards and accolades like that. Like, I kind of just let it speak for itself, and I kind of just wait for the next one and try to get to the next one. So that's just kind of how I always approached it. But I mean, if I do actually sit down and look back at what I've accomplished, it's more than what I would have thought once I picked the ball up. So I'm completely grateful for everything that I've accomplished and the goals that I am setting out for later on. But that's just motivation. Once you get a taste of that winning and taste of accomplishing something, you want more. So I'm just being greedy at this point. Like I said, I'm never satisfied with anything. It's like, oh, you've done this and that. Like, what more can you want? And I'm like, what do you mean? What more can I want? I want a lot more. So that's just kind of how I've always been.